Brought to you by Get Well Yoga. Get back to doing what you love.
Start with a moving meditation. We did a meditation seated, which is a great practice as well. And there's a lot we draw out of those practices, perhaps even a sense of perspective. We can bring that same sensation of meditation into our movements. So I invite you to take the left arm, I'll mirror you, all the way across the body, up. The palm faces out as it ascends, slowly coming back down. The hand comes underneath the other. The other hand now sweeps across the body, palm faces out, and then glides underneath the opposing hand. Moving the body now as well as we transition the weight with the leading arm. There's no hurry. We take the arm across the body. Introducing the breath, inhaling as the arm rises, exhaling as the arm lowers. Nourishing breath through the tip of the nose. We're just breathing politely in and out of the nose. Perhaps a slight rotation in the spine, in the torso. Hand comes across the body. Slight rotation in the spine to affect the hips as we're working on the hips and hamstrings today. And this is an all body stretch as well here as we also get the neck and shoulders, everything connected. Last one. And just loosen the entire body here. We're taking the arms around the torso, but we're not touching the torso at the moment. We're just gently moving the arms with a gentle twist. Both feet are into the earth. Spread the toes wide and feel the eye of the sole of the foot, another energy gateway. That sense of connection, connectivity into the earth. Then begin to take the back of the hand and knock it lightly into the back of the lower back, into our kidneys here. Nourishing the kidneys in the lower back. The kidneys are the most demanding organ in the body. They require 75% of all of our blood flow. They're constantly filtering and titrating. See if we can nourish the kidneys in the lower back. And the hips are getting a nice movement as well, releasing synovial fluid into the hip joint. Then take the knocking up into the lung point, just below the shoulders. So we're tapping lightly into the lower back and at the lung point. Then we can take the hand, flat hand on top of the shoulder. We're tapping into the lower back with the back of the hand and into any tension, releasing trapped and stagnant energy. Come back to a slight twist in the torso. Find a flow. Oh, that feels pretty good, huh? And then coming back to the lung point, tapping lightly into the lower back, into the lung meridian, and then into the lower back once more. Just breathing in and out of the nose. Wonderful. As we slow it down, just let the arms glide around the body, closing the eyes perhaps. The arms slowly moving, coming towards stillness. And just take a moment here to notice the energy flowing through the body. Could even be a little tingle there. So we nourish the cells here. So I'll mirror you as we take the back of the right hand to the lower back. The left hand comes in front and the back of the hand glides in front of us and up behind us as we rotate and twist in the spine. The palm faces out, thumb faces down. As we come forward, the palm faces up, straight left arm glides across the body. And we get a nice lateral stretch here. Hand comes back, palm down through the midline, very slowly through thick air. As we move with grace, moving to the other side. We're looking back at the middle finger, thumb down, palm out. Palm faces up as it glides across the body. Coming back to the midline, slowly releasing trapped and stagnant energy, especially in the rotator cuff, the ball and socket joint of the shoulder. Just doing the best with what you have today. All we can ask of ourselves in any given moment is just to do the best with what we have. And perhaps that means just taking the arm a little lower. Perhaps it only comes down to here if there's any discomfort in the shoulder joint, if there's any sensitivity. That's a fine practice as well. We're just finding our range of motion today. Looking back at the hand, thumb faces down, palm faces out, then rotating the palm upwards. Strong left arm glides across the body. Nice lateral stretch here for a moment. Then direct the energy down to the earth. Wonderful. As we come into a nice hamstring stretch, I invite you to either interlace the fingers back behind you or place the hands atop of the glutes here, just below the lower back. Feet are hip width, shoulder width apart as we come into the turtle. Not one of the 5 animals that we celebrated in the last couple of weeks. If you joined us a couple of weeks ago, we've been looking at the 5 animal series. The turtle is, of course, an animal, but not part of that series, but one that represents longevity. As we bend from the hips, draw the chin into the chest, and then begin to stand tall with chin to chest. Slowly unfurl all 7 vertebrae of the cervical spine as we inhale, looking up. Exhale, the head goes no lower than the heart, and we're bending from the hip creases rather than from the middle back. So see if you can keep the back as one unit. Draw the chin energetically into the chest as we stand tall. Inhaling and then exhaling, bending from the hips, nice flat back, head goes no lower than the heart. And there's a tendency to glide the hips back. See if you can draw the weight into the balls of the feet and notice a nice hamstring stretch, a lengthening here. But try and keep it within about 70 to 80% of effort. We've got 100% focus on that 70% of effort. Chin into chest as we stand tall. 2 more times. Turtle drink. The symbol of longevity as we nourish the spine. And of course we can work the hamstrings in here as well with that awareness of where our hips are in space. So see if you can draw the weight into the balls of the feet, spread toes wide, and get a nice length through the back of the legs. Chin into chest energetically. Wonderful. Both hands come up in a clearing gesture as they come down the midline, about an inch or 2 apart, very slowly. Come back to releasing, letting go. Inhaling into the heart, exhaling down. And do a practice here, another inspiring animal. In this case, it's from the bird family, the penguin. Our penguins actually originated in New Zealand and Australia, I read this week. As we draw inspiration from the penguin, the knees come together, toes face in. We join thumb to middle finger, and the arms are at about shoulder height. Make a firm fist down. Make a firm fist up. Spread fingers wide, eagle claw, exhale and release. We're doing 7. Thumb to middle finger, firm fist down, firm fist up, spread fingers wide, exhale, push out to the far horizons. Inhaling, firm fist down, pausing, exhaling as we release. So including the breath now, inhaling a nourishing breath, pausing as we make a firm fist down, pausing as we make a firm fist up. Spread fingers wide, exhale and release. I think that's about 4, isn't it, Maddo?
Yeah, I think so.
2 more. Feeling some heat now in the shoulder atlas, developing strength. Last one. Relax the shoulder heads, relax the face. Find ease within effort. Sthira Sukha Asanam. Ease within effort. Well done. Hands come up and slowly down through the midline. Oh, they've just done a lot of work. So just roll the shoulders and release any tension there in the shoulders. Rolling the shoulders back. As we come to a moving meditation once more, and we draw inspiration again from the crane, one of the 5 animals that are inspired in modern Qigong. And we're going to come to a balance pose. We did a moving crane practice last week. Flying crane is something we're going to do today. So the arms come out to shoulder height, and there's a nice bend at the elbows. The arms are lightly bent. As we raise the left leg, I'll mirror you. So the raising of the left leg, and we're taking the leg, and if it's not available for you today, if your balance is better just to keep the foot on the earth, that's a fine practice as well. Otherwise, if it's there for you and you want to challenge yourself, find a point of focus at the horizon line. Inhaling, exhaling. So we develop strength around the hip joint, strengthening the hip flexors, strengthening the quadriceps to support the hips. Moving with grace to the other side. Now the transitions in yoga and Qigong are just as important as the poses. See if you can find a flow here. So as the arms come up and the arms come down, the foot touches down as we move to the other side. Finding that point of focus. Perhaps that point of focus is 6 feet in front of you on the earth, if that helps with your balance. Play around with that. And if you really want to challenge yourself, perhaps close the eyes. And that's different, huh? Wonderful. As we slowly touch back down, rolling the shoulders once more. And we'll take the arms now just to release any tension through the body. We're going to do a practice here to really let go. Let go of all the tensions and in the opposite direction a few times. Perhaps moving the head. We're going to do a practice now that really is a way in which we can release all of the tension in the body, in the mind, perhaps any state of anguish that we may be experiencing, and that is simply to shake the entire body from head to toe. And we're just very loose through the entire body. It looks a little weird, but it feels really good afterwards. Meadow and I get some very strange looks down the beach when we do this, but it feels really good afterwards. Then you take the arms up to about a little less than shoulder height. Now palms face up. We're still shaking from head to toe. Then the palms face down. Then the arms come up overhead as we do the Lance Link. You might remember Lance Link, one of my favorite shows. And you see kids do this. They just break into this sort of impromptu. And we're shaking. Take the arms back down, shoulder height, palms face up. The palms come, or the hands come back down alongside torso. And just come slowly now into stillness, closing the eyes, noticing the energy flowing all the way into our cells, right at the cellular level. Slowly opening your eyes to a new moment will just wash away all of the sensations, the anguish, the tension. Inhaling up, exhaling down. I like to think of an elephant here waving its trunk. Slowing it down. Bringing that sense of relaxation. And slowing it down. As we come to feet together, and we take the left fist over the right fist for men and sort of the right fist over the left fist for women. And this symbolizes a blanket or a sheet over a fist, symbolizing peace, that we're offering peace to everyone around the world, our friends back home in the States, battling fires and, of course, the pandemic. So we really wish them well and safety. And, of course, for all our friends here in Australia, staying safe and doing the right thing, we really applaud you for making the sacrifices that we are, for staying indoors and staying home as much as possible. So, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for the practice, Meadow.